You know, vegetarians get a lot of slack for not eating meat, as if we're not hunters, we're not really masculine in the sense that meat eaters are. I think a lot of people don't realise that the tofu animal is actually one of the most ferocious animals in the animal kingdom. I've never been tofu hunting, but I've known people who have, and it's a really risky business. You do see wild ones here in Texas sometimes, but they're just the small ones, little white blocks, and you just find them grazing in your backyard. That's why you need to fence in your backyard if you've got pets, because of course they are quite ferocious, but they can't jump very well because they're just sort of square. I have heard stories that if you don't keep them at either a really low temperature or a really high temperature, then they can resurrect, which is why they're kept in those little plastic containers and you've got to keep them in the fridge until you're ready to cook them. My friend Emily is mortally afraid of tofu. She will eat it, but when it's on her plate, she'll break out in a sweat. Post-traumatic tofu disorder. I was once on campus and actually saw a baby one on the sidewalk. It was eating a raw possum corpse, which itself had been eating a dead squirrel. So it was just this line of dead animals with tofu at the top of the food chain. I woke up screaming for about 3 weeks after that. I've heard that in places like Africa, you can they get really, really big. You'll just be walking through the jungle and you'll see this huge, what looks like just a great big white building, but it's not a building. I think those ones live off things like elephants and tigers and otters. They do taste really good with a curry though. Not otters. Tofu. Someone was telling me the other day that I think their closest known living relative in the animal kingdom is the Triceratops. So, you know, I think it's unfair, the slack that vegetarians get for being tofu eaters. You know, I lost my left testicle to one of those fuckers and I'm never gonna get that back. So please don't take it lightly, it's very serious. I'm very serious. All I can hope for is that this changes your life.